All right, I'm going to expose the number one thing that a lot of people do wrong when they first start running ads. Either you're spending $100 a day or less, or you're spending up to $1,000 a day, which is still pretty new. This is going to help you dramatically. And I see a lot of people get excited, they get the emotions involved in running ads. And if you can take the emotions out and you can apply this one thing, you're going to get a lot more performance out of your current ad. So the problem is that when you upload something, you upload a creative into your campaign structure, you start to tweak it after 3 days. What you need to be doing, upload your creative into the campaign, and then as soon as you click publish, do not make any edits for at least 3 days. Maybe 5 days on the, the very conservative end, but 3 days, don't make any edits. I see a lot of people, they'll upload their creatives and then it'll perform for 1 day. The second day it might drop off. And then that second or third day, they'll go to edit everything and they'll be like, oh, I can make this perform much better. They start tweaking the copy. They think they can just, change the targeting, change a bunch of the campaign structure. They're like, oh, this is gonna for sure make it do much better. And that is a horrible way to think in this process because one, you're letting the emotions take over, which you cannot let emotions get involved with your money and with your testing spend and with your ad. Because as soon as you have an emotional connection to an ad, first of all, you're not going to let it, you're not going to be able to turn it off yourself and you're going to just waste money. And the second reason is that you're going to think that you know more than this algorithm that's absolutely genius and you're going to start making tweaks because, I know so much, I know what's going to work. And then next thing you know, you're tweaking everything. The algorithm has absolutely no learnings and the ads just will not work. So to avoid this, you upload your creatives in your campaign structure. Make sure all of your copy is written. Go over it 10 times. Make sure it's 100% the copy that you want. Make sure the offer is correct. Make sure the landing page is the one that you want to test, the number one landing page that you want to test. Make sure everything is how you want it to be presented to the customer, the viewer, when they see this ad. Once you are fully set on it and you ask a few people for opinions, then you can upload your ad. And you upload these ads, whatever structure you're testing, whether it's an ABO, a CBO, even be for retargeting. You're going to upload this ad and then you're going to click publish and then you're not going to touch anything. You're going to wait these 3 days, like I said, to make sure it gets the learnings get in, it gets out of the learning phase. The algorithm is presenting it to people that should be seeing this ad. I'm assuming you're running broad. If you're running interest, short, it's possible that it works, but the algorithm is going to find the right audience. He's going to try to get some clicks in, try to get some purchasers in. Obviously, you should be optimizing for sales. And just after 3 days, then you can go in and analyze. Of course, you can look at the ads over the first 3 days, but definitely do not make any edits because the only thing that's going to do is going to slow down the progress and the process of testing your ads. If you give it 3 days, whether it's $100 a day in spend or $20 a day in spend, you need to let it breathe and do its own thing, and you need to just step away for a little bit. Kind of set and forget for a few days at least, and then you can go, analyze, see what's working. If you have a few ads in the ad set, why is this one ad getting all of the spend? And what's the angle of this ad? Who's the talent? You can understand a bunch of learnings even with a little bit of spend. The algorithm is very smart and it's going to tell you exactly what is working for a reason. And it's your job to figure out what that reason is. Take that reason, take that the reason of why the ad in the ad set is working, and then you can go film. While you're waiting for, 2-3 days for this thing to, fully optimize, go film more, work on other things. Don't touch your landing page. Do not touch anything that has to do with the ad account, and just create more content and come up with new tests outside of what's currently being tested, because it's going to become way too much and you're just going to keep thinking about what's currently being tested. Oh, I can make this better. You can start optimizing your landing page, tweaking the buttons, changing the copy around. Don't do that. Make sure what you want to test is going to be able to stay there for at least 3 to 5 days, and then you can start making tweaks. And even when you make tweaks, then it should only be turning it on and off. Either it's not performing, you turn it off, or it is performing, you scale it up a bit. And then if you want to change a whole bunch of things, like add a different landing page, and then if you want to change the copy, I highly suggest doing that in a different ad set or a different campaign, and it's a fully different test, because at that point it's different learnings and you're optimizing for what you already uploaded in the first place. So that is the first thing that you need to be doing, because a lot of people just make too many edits and they think they can just continue to make it perform much better. I highly suggest doing this. Set it, forget it for a bit. Second thing is taking your emotions out of ads, because it's a very emotional process. Your money is on the line, you're trying to get some sales in the door, you need to be profitable. Everything's riding on these ads to become profitable and basically make your brand work, right? A majority of a brand's expense is on the ads. The marketing is usually the biggest expense. Sometimes the product cost is, but you know what I'm saying. So it is a very emotional process. But if you take the emotions out of it and you go only by the data and the analytics, you're going to make much more educated decisions, as opposed to being so obsessed with the talent that you just filmed with. Their amazing talent, their energy is amazing, and then the algorithm, or you're getting zero sales from that talent, but you're in your mind, you're thinking this talent was so good, I spent so much money to cast them, they did so great, we spent the whole day filming. If the consumer is not responding to them and you're getting no sales from them, you have to take the emotions out of that and realistically understand that no one wants to see this talent. The script is bad, the talent's bad, whatever you said in this ad is not going to work for, I'm sure a bunch of reasons, but you have to get over the emotional hump of that and realize that that is just a test and it's in the past, and you have to continue to move forward with new tests and new spend. So another way to do this is that when something is working, you have to analyze just as fast, right? If something's working, I highly suggest scaling that up, but not scaling it up immediately. Don't go through the roof. When something's working at $150 a day budget, you do not take that budget and go to $1,000 a day, even $500 a day. That's insane. You have to do slow and steady. Basically, like, slow and steady wins the race here. Increase 20% every day, every few hours, as long as it's performing within a reasonable window. I would say every day, every 2 days. Some people say every 3 days. I think that's a very long time. If you are at 150 a day, you increase 20% to 180, and it's still crushing in like 2-3 hours, I would increase it again. You can go 40% a day if you have to, but I would suggest 20% at a time. Do not double or triple that budget just because it's working so well. It's for sure going to work at a bigger spend. Take the emotions out of your decisions. Pretty much with everything in life, honestly. I learned that the hard way. Take it out of, a lot of things when you're making decisions. So these are 2 things that I think will definitely help you scale much better. Take the emotions out of it and let your ads breathe for at least 3 days. Let them optimize, let the algorithm work. Because at the end of the day, the algorithm knows much more than you do. And, this should definitely help you scale. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.